The Straight Pride Parade has officially started. Boston hates you!
Straight Pride Parade, a celebration of our sexual orientation just like other people celebrate theirs. We just think it's great to be straight.
They even have a Grand Marshal, Milo Yiannopoulos, a very controversial gay man. Was this a true expression of an identity that they feel is being oppressed currently in America?
They absolutely believe in what they're doing, and so do I.
What felt a little bit more like a party and like a parade 2 blocks ago now feels like a lot more tension, and even the tone of the people marching in this parade has shifted.
Are there any President Trump supporters here today?
I have no problem with people existing as straight people, and that this rally exists shows that they do not understand where we are really coming from.
The LGBT is putting it in schools, and the counselors are telling them it's okay to be gay. It's not okay to be gay.
You've got people screaming and brawling and trying to tear down public infrastructure and attack the police. My work here is done.
I have just arrived in Boston. It's Saturday of Labor Day weekend, and I'm currently on my way to the Straight Pride Parade. The founders of Straight Pride have said they want to celebrate the contributions of straight America and provide a space in which straight people are able to, quote, be themselves and not fear persecution. This has caused a lot of controversy. People like the mayor of Boston coming out, voicing their opposition. I hope it stays peaceful. The city of Boston have said they're going to have a massive police force here. This was something that started a couple months ago online. I think a lot of people thought it was a joke. They thought it wasn't going to happen. They got their permits in time. And yes, in fact, the Straight Pride Parade is actually happening. And like all pride parades, they even have a Grand Marshal. You guessed it, Milo Yiannopoulos. Yes, he's a gay man, a very controversial gay man. But he was invited to be the Grand Marshal today.
So I've been practicing my straight voice. Did I get it right?
She's wearing a very sparkly Make America Straight Again hat.
I should stay down. That's all right, I'm used to being on the bottom. I'll have more to say later once we've gone for a little walk in the sun.
I'm seeing a lot of American flags. There is Don't Tread on Me flags. There's the classic straight pride flag, which you all know and love as being the symbol of a man and a woman together with pink and blue. Straight Lives Matter. Oh my gosh, funny. The shark from the Katy Perry video is here. Straight Lives Matter, what does that mean to you?
Nothing, all lives matter. You know, gay lives matter, straight lives matter, everyone's lives matter except for socialists.
Where did you hear about the Straight Pride Parade?
Facebook.
And when you first heard about it, what was your initial thought?
That's hilarious, I'm doing it.
What was funny about it?
Because it's never been done before and everyone's gonna be pissed off even though it's obviously a joke.
Is it obviously a joke?
Yes.
Grow up, will ya? Seriously. If you're that angry, do something about it.
This does feel like it's trying to not only just troll the left, but a little bit poking fun at gay pride. The route itself is the exact route that the gay pride parade that happened in Boston at the end of June took. I do feel like there was a missed opportunity to have the parade route be literally straight. You can't deny that this is the 50th anniversary of Pride. Pride for LGBTQ people started at Stonewall, not as a parade, but as an expression of being in a space that a year prior they had been beaten by members of the police force for being gay.
And he identified as a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
He identifies as a shark.
Dinosaur of the alt-right.
What is the Straight Pride Parade and what do you want to accomplish
A
today?
celebration of our sexual orientation just like other people celebrate theirs. Straight Pride Parade, we think it's great to be straight. We don't hate any other group. We just think it's great to be straight. So all are welcome to come celebrate us. We got our straight allies and our gay allies, and many are coming here to march with us in solidarity.
There seems to be some unhappy Americans, though, in
Well,
the
you're going to
background
get that
here.
in all the time. Now, here we go. These people holding signs that say Nazis. We actually have a Jewish delegation, and we're allowing them to carry the flag from Israel, the Israeli national flag, because we love our Jewish brothers and sisters. So please don't listen to their unfair narrative. It's a false narrative.
So for a while, you were not actually going to be allowed to have this march. It was an issue with permits, and that was a big turning
And
point.
that's why God made lawyers.
But now you are having the parade. You've gotten what you wanted. So what do you want to show, I guess, at this outing?
We want tolerance, just like everybody else, and we have a right to tolerance. And we got a wonderful crowd. As you can hear, they're all riled up today. We got some of the most amazing speakers, and we're going to have a terrific day. And next year in America, there's going to be 100 straight pride parades.
What brought you here today?
I love Jesus with all my heart.
Yeah.
And being straight is great. And I believe that we have not stood up for that and that we have suppressed it to the point where when your children come home automatically thinking it's okay to be gay, then we have not done our parts as parents. It's not okay to be gay. If it was okay to be gay, how would we be here?
From like a procreation
You better believe
perspective.
it. You better believe it. Yes. Yeah.
So they're chanting Milo.
I
You
hear
know
that.
Milo
I
is
know.
the Grand Marshal of the
Yes,
parade. You know
yes,
he's a gay
yes.
man.
I know.
Married
he's
to
gay.
a man.
Yes.
So what do you think about that?
Well, I'm glad he's out here with us today and he supports straight marriages. But if I get a chance to minister to anyone, I'm going to tell them that's not God's design.
Where are you from?
Davison, Michigan.
Davison, Michigan?
Same.
Same. So that's kind of not close to Boston.
No, a 20-hour drive.
20 hours?
Plus some, yeah.
Oh my gosh. So what brought you out here today?
Straight pride.
Okay.
His shirt says it all right there.
What is Dad role model? Tell me about your outfit today.
It says Dad on it, and there's all sorts of responsibilities of a dad.
And do you think that there's people out there who are trying to not have dads with those characteristics, or?
Well, that would be called toxic masculinity, wouldn't it?
Okay. Have you been attacked for your beliefs?
No, I work with a bunch of people just like me.
You're
So,
amongst your kin. You're like-minded
correct.
people in a, I don't want to use the word safe space, but like in a space in which you can look to the left and the right and you know that the people around you are of similar beliefs, and that makes you
Right.
feel more comfortable to be yourself.
Correct.
If you believe there are more than two genders, you should go back to school.
Can you tell me a little bit about this flag that you're holding?
Yes, it's the flag of straight pride. The pink is for girl and it has the female symbol, and then the blue is for boy and it has the male symbol.
Have you individually or people that you know ever faced violence because of your sexuality?
Not over my sexuality yet. I feel that if it continues, that it will. I feel that we are slowly becoming the minority. Like there might be more of us, but our belief is becoming the minority.
I think we're starting to march. Oh, I know this song. Yeah, we're starting off with a pretty patriotic tone. Now, it wouldn't be a straight pride parade, I think, without Santa. So that is very exciting that he was able to come down from the North Pole, despite the objections of the elves. God bless. Yep, it's happening. The Straight Pride Parade has officially started. We're now moving through the streets. We started with God Bless America and Proud to be an American, because a lot of people are saying this about freedom of speech. And seems like a real fun time. How you doing?
Bisexual leather woman walking with everybody.
Do you consider yourself an ally for straight people?
Straight people hurled the same insults from the sidelines that are being hurled today by gay people towards straight people. Identical. I'm here to celebrate their lifestyle. Good for them.
I definitely expected people on both sides to be sort of upset with each other. I don't think I expected the amount of people to show up. We're starting to get into a bit of a denser part of the parade route. What felt a little bit more like a party and like a parade 2 blocks ago now feels like a lot more tension and a lot more anger. And even the tone of the people marching in this parade has shifted. Oh my gosh, the crowd just basically tripled of people who are here to protest. How you guys doing? Holding up?
We are feeling fine. I feel sorry for these people, honestly. I do not hate them. Hate is what they want, and I am sorry for them that they feel so misguided that they think this is necessary.
Why do you think this is existing right now in 2019?
I think it is because they are afraid. I think they know that because queer people have power, they think that means less power for them. It does not. We do not want to be stronger or higher up on the ladder than straight people. We just want to be treated equally, and to them being treated equally, they think that that means that we want more. We do not want more. And I have no problem with people existing as straight people, and that this rally exists shows that they do not understand where we are really coming from.
So what do you think? I feel like in the beginning it felt like more of a party, and now it feels like...
That's because that's Antifa. They're miserable.
Yeah? Do you feel in danger in any way, shape, or form?
Hey, we're willing to die for our beliefs.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's a big statement.
Got to protect our country and our Constitution.
At first, I actually thought that people in the parade were outnumbering the protesters. Not in this space. There are about 3-1 in terms of protesters to actual people in the parade. So basically, everyone who was protesting is now in this very condensed space. Cops now and protesters seem to be facing off. The groups of protesters, they started to have a bit of a face-off and clash with the police. A couple people were arrested, a lot of chanting of anti-fascists. There is a massive crowd of protesters behind me. There are helicopters circling overhead. There are probably 200 police officers here and full riot gear. There is also classical music being played. It is a very odd scene. So now we're just waiting for speeches to begin from members of the Straight Pride Parade.
If you are a supporter of ours and you're still stuck in that crowd, make some noise.
I think a little bit due to security, there's not a lot of people here on the Straight Pride side. There is a lot of people who are protesting the Straight Pride Parade. So if it's a numbers game, that side seems to be winning at the moment.
Are there any President Trump supporters here today?
Whether you are straight and part of the regressive majority or here as an ally supporting us, we welcome you to the greatest parade in the history of the world.
And what group are you with?
With the Rhode Island John Brown Gun Club, which is a community defense organization. We do armed and unarmed security for different events for leftist groups.
What are your thoughts on the Straight Pride Parade?
Every other day in the calendar is Straight Pride Day.
Why did you come out here today?
Because these people cannot come in and pull this crap unopposed. Boston is our city.
At the beginning, I think a lot of people were seeing this as a joke. They were making fun of it and teasing. But obviously, the other side of this is that it's very serious. So what is the approach? Is it to make fun of it, or is it to take what they're doing very, very seriously?
I think there's a lot of danger in not taking something like this seriously. I think there's a lot to be said for the idea that as much of this is absurd. Look, there's not many people up there, but there are people up there. Absurdity appeals to people. And the more people it appeals to, the more dangerous it becomes. And the more of a platform it's given, the more dangerous it becomes.
They're saying this is just simply a freedom of speech thing.
Well, I mean, if you look into the individuals who have gathered and who have organized this parade, you'll see that they have a long history of putting together rallies that are, fueled by hatred.
Do you think anyone from either side is going to walk away feeling like they understand the other side?
Absolutely not.
In case you don't know, I'm Milo Yiannopoulos. I'm the most lied about man in the world, the most censored man in the world. I'm also your personal pet faggot. Proud of you for coming today and having the bravery to live as open heterosexuals in today's hostile society. Now, we might not be as trendy as gay pride, but we have something better. Women who embrace motherhood. Men who aren't afraid to let their wild side out now and again. We have truth, we have beauty, and we have virtue. And we have something better than all of those things. We have me.
Unlike other pride parades I've been to, this one really didn't feel that celebratory at the end. I did get to talk to some interesting people though. The one person I didn't get to talk to was maybe one of the most controversial figures here, Milo Yiannopoulos, the Grand Marshal. But luckily, he's agreed to talk to us now, so we're on our way to go meet him. We're now in the evening hours of the Straight Pride Parade, so you're not super fresh off the Straight Pride Parade, but
I always feel fresh.
you're always refreshed.
Always feel fresh.
So how the hell did you get involved with the Straight Pride Parade?
Well, why wouldn't I be? I've been talking about how my fellow homosexuals have embarrassed and humiliated me for the better part of half a decade. It's no surprise that they would want somebody from that side of the fence, you know, to say, do you know what, we're not all like that. Doesn't surprise me at all. I pretty much share all their values. I believe in what they're doing, and it was a fun and happy and joyful and upbeat kind of event. It just seemed like a good joke, and I can't really resist a good joke, so.
Has it paid off? How's your joke?
Yeah, it did. I mean, if you look at the total, like, butt-clenching insanity, then you're just like, dude, we're just laughing at the excesses of you. This is exactly what this was intended to produce, and you haven't disappointed. I'm not even getting paid. I'm just here because
You're not getting paid for this?
No, because it sounded like a good troll, and I was like, all right, sure.
Do you think that this was more of a performance piece for the members of the Straight Pride group, or was this a true expression of an identity that they feel is being oppressed currently in America?
They absolutely believe in what they're doing. Are they ignorant of the ironic and amusing overtones? Of course not. But they believe in what they're doing, and so do I.
Who is the most marginalized group in America?
Straight white men, for sure. And there's more straight white men than some other groups.
Most other groups.
Yeah. Why does that mean that they can't be routinely demeaned and ridiculed in culture? It's perfectly possible for a group that holds much of the, or allegedly holds, much of the economic or social power to be very rapidly defenestrated. And I think they're perfectly entitled to defend their position if they feel that's what's happening.
If you had advice for the other side, if they were to listen, and if you were one of them, the left,
Stop taking the bait.
Stop taking the bait.
Yeah. So long as I shouldn't really tell them this, but I don't think they ever will, which is why I feel happy giving them the advice, because I know they'll never take this advice. But really, stop taking the bait. I think they reveal themselves better than my words ever could. You've got the people who are laughing and singing and dancing and having a good time, and then 200 yards that way, you've got people screaming and brawling and trying to tear down public infrastructure and attack the police. My work here is done.
Wow, wow, wow. So that was Straight Pride. There were a lot of protesters. They definitely drew people out who were upset about an organization like the Straight Pride Parade existing. And I think the question comes to the left, what should the continued reaction be? Do you continue to take it as a joke? Do you take it seriously? And is there any kind of learning or communication that can be had where both sides start to see where the other side is coming from? I'm just not sure that a larger goal was accomplished other than continuing to solidify both sides and thinking that the other side is wrong. And that kind of sucks.